Om Shanti. Today is Tuesday, the 28th of October 2025. On this Tuesday morning, let us listen to the Sakar Murli from our beloved Bab Dada. Bab Dada Madhuban. Essence. Sweet children, you have to become praiseworthy by serving at the confluence age. You will then become the most elevated human beings and worthy of worship in the future. Let's hear the essence once again on this Tuesday morning. Baba says, sweet children, you have to become praiseworthy by serving at the confluence age. You will then become the most elevated human beings and worthy of worship in the future. Today's question: by finishing which illness at its roots will you be able to climb into the Father's heart? There are two parts to the answer to today's question. The question is, by finishing which illness at its roots will you be able to climb into the Father's heart? In answer, Baba says, first, the illness of body consciousness. Because of this body consciousness, all the vices have made you very ill. Only when this body consciousness finishes can you climb into the Father's heart. Second, in order to climb into His heart, make your intellect broad and unlimited and sit on the pyre of knowledge. Baba says, engage yourself in doing spiritual service. Together with speaking knowledge, remember the Father very well. Today's song is Awaken, O Brides, Awaken. Your days of happiness are about to come. Om Shanti. You sweetest spiritual children heard the song. Which was the song? Awaken, O brides, awaken. Your days of happiness are about to come. The spiritual father said this through the mouth of this ordinary old body, meaning Brahma Baba. Shiv Baba says the spiritual father said this through the mouth of this ordinary old body. The father says, I had to come into this old body, into this old kingdom. This is now the kingdom of Ravan. This body belongs to someone else because there was already a soul in it when I entered it. I enter a foreign body. So Baba says this body belongs to someone else because there was already a soul in it when I entered it. I enter a foreign body. Baba says, if I had a body of my own, it would have a name of its own. My name never changes. You still call me Shiv Baba. You children hear these songs every day. So Baba says, you still call me Shiv Baba. You children hear these songs every day. The new age, which means the new world, the golden age, is to come. Who are being told to awaken? In the song, it was mentioned, awaken, O brides, awaken. Your days of happiness are about to come. So Baba asks, who are being told to awaken? Souls, because souls are sleeping in extreme darkness. They don't know anything. They don't even know the Father. The Father has now come to awaken you. You now know the unlimited Father. You are to receive unlimited happiness from Him in that new age. So Baba says you now know the unlimited Father and you are to receive unlimited happiness from Him in that new age. The golden age is called a new age. The iron age is called an old age. Scholars and pundits don't know anything. If you ask any of them how that new age becomes old, none of them could tell you. So Baba says none of the pundits would be able to tell you how the world became old from new. They say that it's a matter of hundreds of thousands of years. You now understand how you came into this old age from that new age. That is, how you became residents of hell from the residents of heaven. Human beings know nothing at all. They don't even know the biography of those they worship. Baba highlights the word biography. He says they don't even know the biography of those they worship. So Baba says they worship Jagdamba, but they don't know who Amba is. In fact, Baba says mothers are called Amba, but let there be only one who is worshipped. There is only one unadulterated memorial of Shiv Baba. there is also only one Amba. However, they don't know who Jagadamba is. This one is Jagadamba, meaning the world mother, and Lakshmi is the world empress. Baba says, you know who the world mother is and who the world empress is. So, Baba says this one is Jagadamba, meaning Mama, the world mother, and Lakshmi is the world empress. You now know, Baba says, you know who the world mother is and who the world empress is. No one else can understand these things. Lakshmi is called a deity, whereas Jagadamba is called a Brahmin. Brahmins only exist in the confluence age. So, Baba has clarified, Brahmins only exist at the confluence age. No one knows this confluence age. That new, most elevated world is created through Prajapita Brahma. You are able to see the most elevated human beings there, meaning in the golden age. At this time, you Brahmins are worthy of praise. You are now servers and will then become worthy of being worshipped. So presently we are servers and we will then become worthy of being worshipped. Brahma has been shown with so many arms. Baba asks, so why should Amba not be shown with as many? Everyone is her child too. Prajapita also becomes the mother and father. Children are not called Prajapita. In the golden age, Lakshmi and Narayan are never called the world mother and the world father. The name Prajapita is very well known. The father and mother of the world is only one. Therefore, Baba says the name Prajapita is very well known. The father and mother of the world is only one. So therefore, in the golden age, Lakshmi and Narayan are never called the world mother and the world father. So Baba says the father and mother of the world is only one. All the rest are his children. When you go to the temple of Prajapita Brahma in Ajmer, you can refer to him as Baba because he is the father of humanity. Physical fathers create children. Therefore, they are limited fathers of people. This one is unlimited. So, Shiv Baba is unlimited. Shiv Baba is the unlimited father of all souls. You children have to write about this contrast. Baba highlights the word contrast and says that physical fathers create children. Therefore, they are limited fathers of people, whereas Shiv Baba is the unlimited father of all souls. You children have to write about this contrast. Baba says Jagadamba and Saraswati are one, and yet so many names have been given. Durga, Kali, etc. All of you children, Baba says, all of you are the children of Amba and Baba. This is the creation. Saraswati is the daughter of Prajapita Brahma and she is also called Amba. All the rest are sons and daughters and they are all adopted. So what has Baba clarified? Saraswati is the daughter of Prajapita Brahma and she is also called Amba. All the rest are sons and daughters and they are all adopted. Baba highlights the word adopted. How else could there be so many children? So Baba gives the explanation as well that Saraswati is the daughter of Prajapita Brahma and she is also called Amba. All the rest are sons and daughters and they are all adopted. How else could there be so many children? So Baba says all of them are mouth-born creations. A wife is created through a mouth and so the husband becomes a creator. He says, this one is mine. I have created children with her. All of these are by adoption. These are spiritual creations through a mouth. But Baba says souls exist anyway. They are not adopted. The Father says you souls are spiritual creations through a mouth. Souls exist anyway. They are not adopted. The Father says you souls are always my children. I come and adopt you children through Prajapita Brahma. He doesn't adopt souls. He adopts sons and daughters. These are very subtle matters that have to be understood. So, whereas Shiv Baba adopts souls, Prajapita Brahma adopts sons and daughters. So Baba says these are very subtle matters that have to be understood. By understanding these things, you become like Lakshmi and Narayan. We can explain how they became that. What acts did they perform that they became masters of the world? You can ask at the explanations. Do you know how they have attained their kingdom of heaven? Not every one of you is able to explain accurately. Those who have divine virtues and who remain busy in doing spiritual service are able to explain. So who is able to explain? Baba says, not everyone is able to explain accurately that how they attained their kingdom of heaven, that is Lakshmi and Narayan. Those who have divine virtues and who remain busy in doing spiritual service are able to explain. Everyone else is trapped in Maya's illness. There are many types of illness. Baba says there is also the illness of body consciousness. It is the vices that make you ill. The Father says, I make you into pure deities. You were once full of all virtues, completely pure. You have now become completely impure. The unlimited Father says this. This is not a matter of deformation, but just an explanation. So, Baba doesn't want to demoralize us children. So, that's why he says, this is not a matter of deformation. That is, when he says that you have now become completely impure, it is not to put down our morale. The unlimited Father says that this is not a matter of deformation, but just an explanation. The unlimited Father says to the people of Bharat, I come here into Bharat. The praise of Bharat is limitless. He comes here and changes hell into heaven and grants everyone else peace. Therefore, the praise of such a Father is also infinite. There is no end to it. So, Baba comes in Bharat. The praise of Bharat is limitless. He comes here, he changes Bharat from hell into heaven and grants everyone else peace. So, therefore, Baba says the praise of such a Father is also infinite. There is no end to it. No one knows Jagadamba or her praise. You can show the contrast between the biography of Jagadamba and the biography of Lakshmi. Jagadamba becomes Lakshmi. Then, after taking 84 births, Lakshmi becomes the same Jagadamba. So, what is very clear here? Baba says you can show the contrast between the biography of Jagadamba and the biography of Lakshmi. Jagadamba becomes Lakshmi. Then, after taking 84 births, Lakshmi becomes the same Jagadamba. Baba says keep different types of picture. They portray Lakshmi with an urn. But how could Lakshmi exist at the confluence age? She only exists in the golden age. The Father explains all of these things. Those who have been appointed to make the pictures also have to churn the ocean of knowledge. It will then become easy to explain. Only when you have a broad and unlimited intellect can you climb into the Father's heart. So, what has Baba clarified? That only those who have a broad and unlimited intellect can climb into the Father's heart, and those who have been appointed to make pictures, they also have to churn the ocean of knowledge. Only then it will become easy to explain. Baba says you will be able to climb into the Father's heart when you remember the Father very well and sit on the pyre of knowledge. It isn't those who can speak knowledge very well are able to climb into the Father's heart. No. The Father says, you will be able to climb into the heart number-wise at the end when you finish body consciousness according to the efforts you make. The Father has explained that those with the knowledge of the Brahm element make a lot of effort to merge into it, but no one can merge into it like that. So, what has Baba explained? Those with the knowledge of the Brahm element make a lot of effort to merge into it, to merge into the Brahm element. But no one can merge into it like that. They make effort and attain a high status. They become such great souls that they are weighed against platinum. So, in older times, they used to have weights of people being taken against gold and platinum. After all, they do make the effort to merge into the Brahm element and they therefore receive the fruit of their efforts. However, Baba says they cannot receive liberation or liberation in life. You children know that this old world is about to go. All of those bombs that have not been created just to be stored. So Baba says all those bombs have not been created only for storing them. You know that those bombs will be used for the destruction of the old world. There are many types of bombs. Baba highlights the word bombs. The Father is now teaching you knowledge and yoga, and you will then become the double crowned princess and princesses, that is deities. Which status is higher? The Brahmin top knot is at the top. The top knot is the highest of all. The Father has now come to make you children pure from impure. Baba asks, do you have the intoxication that you are also becoming purifiers? That you are purifying everyone and making them into princes and princesses? Because as we sow, so we reap is the old saying. So by looking at us, we are purifying everyone and we are going to become purifiers. Baba says if you were to have this intoxication, you would have a lot of happiness. Ask your heart, how many of you are making similar to yourself? Prajapita, Brahma and Jagadamba are similar. They are creating the creation of Brahmins. Only the Father shows you the way to change from Shudras into Brahmins. This is not mentioned in any of the scriptures. So, only Prajapita Brahma, the Father through Prajapita Brahma shows us the way to change from Shudras into Brahmins. Baba says this is not mentioned in any of the scriptures. This is the age of the Gita. There truly was the Mahabharat war. Would only one person have been taught Raj Yoga? Baba asks. This is why people only have Arjuna and Krishna in their intellects. So many of you are studying here. Just see how you are sitting here in an ordinary way. Little children study alpha and beta. You are sitting here and you too are being taught alpha and beta. Alpha is Baba and beta is your inheritance. So we are being taught about Baba and our inheritance. So even little children are studying alpha and beta. That is about Baba and Baba's inheritance. The Father says, remember me and you will become the masters of the world. Don't perform any devilish acts. Imbibe divine virtues. Check that you don't have any defects in you. I am without virtue. I have no virtues. There is an ashram called the Nirgun ashram, but they don't know the meaning of that name. Nirgun means I have no virtues. It is the Father's task to make you virtuous. They have taken the hat of the Father's title for themselves. It is to make Nirgun, they have taken the title for themselves. Baba says the Father explains so many things and also gives you directions. Baba highlights the word directions. He says the Father explains so many things and also gives you directions. Show the contrast between Jagadamba and Lakshmi. Brahma and Saraswati belong to the confluence age, whereas Lakshmi and Narayan belong to the golden age. These pictures are to be used for explaining. Baba says Saraswati is the daughter of Brahma. You are studying to change from ordinary humans into deities. You are now Brahmins. Golden aged deities are also human beings, but they are called deities. So, golden aged deities are also human beings, but they are called deities. Baba says it would be like an insult to call them human beings, and this is why they are called deities or gods and goddesses, because they are Sola Kala Sampurn. They are full of all the celestial qualities, so it would be like an insult to call them human beings, and this is why they are called deities or gods and goddesses. Baba says if kings and queens were called gods and goddesses, their subjects would then also have to be called that. This is why they are called deities. There is also the picture of the Trimurti. Baba says in the golden age there are very few human beings, whereas in the iron age there are very many human beings. How can this be explained? The picture of the cycle is definitely needed for this. So it is needed, the picture of the cycle is needed for us to explain the population explosion. You invite so many people to come to the exhibitions. As yet, Baba says no one has invited the customs collector. So, Baba highlights the word customs collector. He says, as of now, nobody has invited the customs collector. You have to churn in this way. An unlimited and broad intellect is needed for this. Let there be regard for the Father. Baba highlights the word regard. Let there be regard for the Father. They decorate the horse of Hussein so much. The band on the horse's head is so small, whereas the horse is so big. So similarly, a soul is just a tiny point, yet his decoration is so large. This is the throne of the immortal image. Therefore, Baba says, this is the throne of the immortal image. A soul is just a tiny point, and yet his decoration is so large. They have taken the aspect of omnipresence from the Gita. The Father says, I am teaching you Soul's Raj Yoga. Therefore, how could I be omnipresent? How could the Father, the teacher and the Guru be omnipresent? The Father says, I am your Father and also the ocean of knowledge. When you understand this unlimited history and geography, Baba highlights the words history and geography. When you understand this unlimited history and geography, you receive the unlimited kingdom. Baba says you also have to imbibe divine virtues. Maya catches hold of you by the nose. When someone's activity becomes dirty, he writes to Baba saying that he has made such a mistake. He says, I have dirtied my face. Here you are taught purity. So the main aspect of this Gyan is purity. So then, if someone falls, what can the Father do about it? If a child performs dirty actions at home and dirties his face, his father would say, it would be better if you were dead. Although the unlimited Father knows that this is in the drama, he too would say this, would he not? So Baba is asking us the question, a Lokik father, if his child does something dirty and dirties his face through dirty actions, the Father would say, it would be better if you were dead. So Baba says, although the unlimited Father knows that this is in the drama, he too would say this, would he not? After giving these teachings to others, if you yourselves fall, you accumulate 1,000-fold punishment. Some say, Maya slapped me. Maya punches you in such a way that you completely lose all of your wisdom. The Father continues to explain, those eyes deceive you a lot. So, for the last few days in the Murlis, it has been coming that your eyes must be made civil. So, Baba says those eyes deceive you a lot. The eyes are the window of the soul. Never perform any sinful acts. Baba says many storms will come because you are on a battlefield. So, we are in a boxing match with Maya. So, Baba often says, Maya punches you in such a way that you completely lose all of your wisdom. So, Baba says, many storms will come because you are on a battlefield. You don't know what could happen. Maya quickly slaps you. You are now becoming very sensible. It is souls who become sensible, and it is souls who were senseless. The Father is now making us sensible. Many are still body conscious. They don't understand that they are souls. The Father is teaching us souls. I, a soul, listen through these ears. So we must be in that consciousness, that is soul consciousness, that I, a soul, listen through these ears. The Father says, don't allow your ears to hear anything vicious. The Father is making you into the masters of the world. This is a very high destination. As death comes closer, you will be afraid. When someone is about to die, that person is told by his friends and relatives, remember God or remember your Guru. They teach you to remember bodily beings. The Father says, constantly remember me alone. This is in the intellects of you children. The Father orders you constantly to remember Him alone. Don't remember bodily beings. The mother and father are also bodily beings. I am completely without an image. Shiv Baba says, I am bodiless. I sit in this one and give you this knowledge. So he uses the body of Brahma Baba to give us this knowledge. You are now learning this knowledge and yoga. Baba says, you say that you are studying this knowledge with the Father, the ocean of knowledge, in order to become princess and princesses. The ocean of knowledge teaches you this knowledge, and he also teaches you Raj Yoga. Acha, to you sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father, Bap Dada. The spiritual father says Namaste to you spiritual children, and we the spiritual children also say Namaste to our spiritual father. Today's essence for dharana has 2 points. The first point, become sensible and never be defeated by storms of Maya. Your eyes deceive you and you therefore have to take care of yourself. Don't allow your ears to hear anything vicious. So today Baba is especially hinting about our eyes and ears. Second point, ask your heart, how many have I made similar to myself? Have I become a master purifier? And am I doing the service of purifying others? That is, making them into princes and princesses. Do I have any defects in me? To what extent have I imbibed divine virtues? So these are the questions we must ask our heart. Today's blessing, may you be sensible and an embodiment of knowledge, and make your every thought and action elevated and successful, that is worthwhile. Let's hear the blessing once again on this Tuesday morning. Baba says, may you be sensible and an embodiment of knowledge, and make your every thought and action elevated and successful, that is worthwhile. Baba explains, those who think and act while being sensible embodiments of knowledge become images of success. The memorial of this on the path of devotion is that before they begin any auspicious task, they draw a swastika or they salute Ganesh. The swastika is a symbol of your stabilizing in your original stage, and Ganesh symbolizes your knowledgeful stage. When you children create every thought and perform every action while being knowledgeful yourself, you can easily experience success. Therefore, today's blessing was, may you be sensible and an embodiment of knowledge, and make your every thought and action elevated and successful or worthwhile. The explanation of the blessing which Baba gives is, those who think and act while being sensible embodiments of knowledge become images of success. So one can become images of success when we think and act while being sensible embodiments of knowledge. The memorial of this on the path of devotion is that before they begin any auspicious task, they draw a swastika or they salute Ganesh. Now Baba explains the reason for both of them. The swastika is a symbol of your stabilizing in your original stage. That is, once we draw the swastika, we are aware of the 4 quadrants or the 4 yugas, and Ganesh symbolizes your knowledgeful stage. When you children create every thought and perform every action while being knowledgeful yourself, you can easily experience success. Finally, the slogan for today, the speciality of Brahmin life is happiness, and so continue to donate happiness. Let's hear the slogan once again. Baba says, the speciality of Brahmin life is happiness, and so continue to donate happiness. Om Shanti. In the Avyakt signal, experiment on yourself and others with your mind with the powers of yoga. Today's point is, when you use any electrical instruments, you would first check if they have power. In the same way, when you experiment with yoga, powers and virtues, first of all, check the main basis, the power of your soul, God's power, and the lightness of your own stage. So what 3 things should we check when we experiment with yoga, powers and virtues? We should check the main basis, the power of your soul, God's power, and the lightness of your own stage. If you are double light in your stage and your form, you can easily succeed in your experimentation. Acha, Om Shanti.